Candy Shop.
Hey guys, my name's Kate and welcome to Hey guys, welcome to Candy Pulse. My name's Kate and I hope you're ready for some pop culture news.
You started without me.
It's not my fault that you're late.
Well, if you'd waited a short while.
Is that a joke? Let's
check out the pulse feed. In video game news today, Tetsuya Nomura has stepped down as the director of Final Fantasy 15 in order to continue his work on Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3! Check out this awesome new Final Fantasy 15 trailer.
In K-pop news today, Eric Nam was spotted in Melbourne, which was closely followed by a B1A4 concert in both Sydney and Melbourne, which means K-pop fangirls like me are seriously hoping some of our Idols World Tours might start coming to Australia.
In comic book news today, I'm super excited. Arrow Season 2.5 and Flash Season 0 comic books go on sale the first week of October. Speaking of Arrow, released just last week was an entire gallery of behind-the-scenes shoots, promotional videos, and even a new poster to look out for.
And the Japanese Film Festival for 2014 has recently released its program so that anime and Japanese film fans alike can now see which films they're going to be showing this year. The festival kicks off on October the 10th in Adelaide. The festival tours around Australia and then finishes on the 7th of December in Melbourne, so be sure to check it out.
Now for today's top apps. True Skate is a slightly new take on a classic Tony Hawk style game where you control a phantom skateboard. While it's very well made and fun to play, the downside is you do have to pay for it and buy new maps. The Room 2 is a classically styled Can You Escape game that combines mind-bending puzzles with out-of-this-world graphics. Get help from a friend or just play it while you're alone. Is a brand new, seriously fun, seriously addictive side-scrolling survival game. There are no power-ups and no checkpoints. You just steer through debris, avoid asteroids, and survive as long as you can. The TV show Gotham premiered on Australian TVs last week, and I, for one, couldn't be happier. As someone who'd been waiting since he saw the trailer thinking, man, this looks like it has such amazing potential, I definitely was not disappointed. While it did start off a much darker, grungier show than we were used to, you soon found yourself being immersed in the storyline. And before you know it, there was familiar characters that you knew and loved. I, for one, am a huge fan of the new casting choices. I genuinely hope that the rest of the show is as amazing as the first episodes. And in tech news, if you're like me, you're sick of those pesky 404 pages coming up whenever a web page can't load properly. Turns out, Google is just as annoyed at that as we are. Google have said that they want for websites to act more like apps, being accessible even when the device is offline. The company's even gone far enough to develop a new kind of tech called service workers. And while that may sound like a term for some sweaty bald guy coming to your house to check your connections, service workers is really nothing more than a new browser option which allows websites to save all the important stuff directly onto the viewer's device. This new tech is going to allow people to access a cached folder so that they can access websites even when they're offline.
And last weekend, people were able to see some of their favourite pop culture characters in the flesh at Epic Diem that was on the Sunshine Coast. Just remember, as common courtesy, if you are going to take a photo of any cosplayers, please ask their permission first. Cosplayers are people too.
Speaking of Epic Diem, I was actually there. It was a lot of fun, yeah.
Did you get to meet Mark Skater?
Yeah, totally. We walked around a bit, I got to interview him, and we spoke to some stall holders. It was a lot of fun. He's actually a really cool guy.
Oh man, I wish I could have met him.
Weren't you meant to be there?
I was in Japan.
Dude, Japan's pretty cool. How was that?
It was awesome. We ate so much food. We walked around heaps and checked out all the temples. We took so many photos. It was awesome. You can actually check some of it out for us by clicking on this link, if you want.
If you'd like to learn more about anything we spoke about in today's episode, just click the links down in the description. You can also find a link to our Facebook page that has a gallery of cosplay, a whole bunch of awesome videos, and much, much more. And while you're at it, you should click this link here and go watch the second half of this episode. Or if you'd like to catch up on the latest episode of Candy Shop TV, click this link here.